Should I point my finger somewhere?
Please don't.
I'm kidding.
Good morning. Welcome to the Safe Center Response Team launch event. I will kindly request that you take a moment to double check and turn off your cell phone ringers and electronic devices. We also would like to let you know that this event is also being live streamed today. We would like to begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather and which the region of Peel operates. Is part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. For thousands of years, Indigenous peoples inhabited and cared for this land. In particular, we acknowledge the territory of the Anishinaabe, Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and Ojibwe-Chippewa peoples. The land that is the home to the Métis, and most recently, the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, who are direct descendants of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land, and by doing so, give our respect to its first inhabitants. I would like to officially welcome our distinguished guests, our community and media partners, to the Honorable William G. Davis Center for Families, the home of 18 human service organizations serving the community of Peel Region. The Davis Center, or sometimes known as 60 West, is also the home of the Safe Center of Peel. My name is Shelina Jeshani, and I'm the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Collaboration. I have the privilege of overseeing the Safe Center of Peel and representing our 16 partner collaboration. The Safe Center of Peel has been in operation since 2011 and is a cross-sectorial collaboration that provides integrated and coordinated support to victims and survivors of intimate partner violence. Services range from risk assessment, safety planning, child welfare, justice and legal services, counseling, housing, crisis intervention, system navigation, and so much more. Our principles of supporting clients by reducing the number of places they need to visit, navigating services and systems on their behalf, integrating care, and only having to tell your story once are the foundation of the Safe Center. However, we know that many times when people make it to the Safe Center, families are in crisis and in very difficult situations. As community partners, we have been visioning on how we can support and reach families early so that they can get the support they require to address their needs, find solutions, and access services. So I feel like I have to pinch myself because we have been dreaming about this day for a long time, and through amazing collaboration, we are excited to be embarking on this groundbreaking project with Peel Regional Police. This early intervention opportunity will consist of a team of an officer and a social worker from the Safe Center who will be responding to verbal intimate partner situations. This is the first of its kind in Ontario, and we will be setting a precedent of early intervention right here in Peel Region. It's very exciting. I'm trying to contain myself. But now I would really like an opportunity to give our special guests an opportunity to come to the podium to say a few words. So I'd like to start by inviting Ron Chatha, Chair of the Peel Regional Police Services Board. Please join us at the podium.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Peel Police Services Board and my colleagues, I would like to extend our gratitude to all of you joining us today for the launch of the Safe Center Response Team. From the board, we have Mayor Crombie, here. She's serving on the board. This is her second term. And of course, Minister Williams, MPP, Christine Hogarth, welcome in Peel. I think last time you were in Peel when Chief become Chief of Peel Police. So it's been over 3 years. Looking forward to seeing you more often. And of course, Sharon and our Executive Director, Rob Serpe, is here from the board, Peel Police Services Board as well. Collaboration and partnership are the driving force behind today's launch, and it serves as a shining example of how our community can come together and work towards a common goal, the best interest of everyone, every person at risk in Peel region. The Safe Center response teams are the result of a partnership between the Safe Center of Peel Catholic Family Services and Peel Regional Police, and represent a significant step forward in addressing critical public health and safety issue in our community. The board would like to acknowledge and thank our government partners, Chief Duraiappah, for his leadership and his partnership with the board, and most importantly for Peel Regional Police relationship with community members and partners present here today. We understand that our success are a direct result of the support and collaboration of our partners. We cannot express our gratitude enough. Once again, on the behalf of the board, thank you all for being here today. Now I would like to invite one and only Chief Duraiappah to say a few words after me. Chief, please welcome.
If you could tell my family that I'm the one and only, that'd be really good too. Listen, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Chair Chatha. And we're so pleased to have so many people here today for the launch of this program. And this pilot program is one which not only is much needed in our community, but the purpose of today is to bring awareness to a pressing concern that we're facing in our community, that we have faced for a long time, and that's family and intimate partner violence. It is, without a doubt, a growing social issue. Here in Peel, not unique to any other urban center or a small community, there are many, many urban pressures that we face and see in the news. But this one, without a doubt, is one that we have come to the awareness a while ago that we cannot resolve it alone. It has to be done together. And that's why in 2021, we're very thankful for Peel Police's official partnership with the Safe Center of Peel to support individuals in our community that face family violence or intimate partner violence. Since then, though, Peel Regional Police Partnership has took us to a point that it has grown and flourished. We have, I think, up to 3,000 survivors, victims of violence that we have worked with Safe Center through in some capacity or another. And so we're greatly appreciative of the partnership, and we have many of our partner agencies here that, you know, their logos are behind us, but they're all critical pieces to this. But we do recognize that we can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. And you will see me from time to time ask, and as Mayor Crombie knows, ask for more officers, more boots on the ground. But it's not a binary story. We need to do something and multiple options that are new and innovative. And today represents one that we're so proud of with the Safe Center of Peel and the launch of the Safe Center Response Team. As Shelina mentioned, it brings together mobile support worker with experience in gender-based violence and especially trained officers that have not just intimate partner violence training, but empathy-based training, anti-oppression training, de-escalation, crisis response, and we have up top here our intimate partner violence investigators here too. So it's a total constellation of teams that have brought together. And you've heard me so many times say that bringing awareness to this issue is very critical, and we need to do it in a multi-sector way. So just for context, in 2021 alone, here in Peel Region, we had 17,000 calls for service to Peel Police for family and intimate partner violence, which is on average 45 calls a day. That means 2 every hour our officers are going to. And some of them are verbal disputes. They're ones that are at the beginning of the cycle. If there's an opportunity for us to off-ramp, we have the opportunity to mitigate risk for families and communities. And so we are acutely aware of that. Just another piece of statistic is since 2016 to 2021, we've seen a 3.5% rate of increase in violent offenses that are intimate partner. So it is an emergent issue here in our community, and the numbers are heartbreaking, and they do need to change. So thank you to all the partners. I want to say thank you to everybody from Safe Center Peel, all our community partners, Catholic Family Services, City of Mississauga, and the City of Brampton. And lastly, if you have the pleasure of meeting our crisis and social workers that are here up the front, they're remarkable. And they come alongside some remarkable officers too that have just wonderful stories to tell. And these are the people that will be, during the day, stepping into homes, wherever it might be, to resolve the issues that we see are opportunities to mitigate risks. So with that, thank you all for being here. On behalf of Peel Regional Police, the board, and our partners, now with pleasure, I'll ask Sharon Mayne-Devine from Catholic Family Services to come up. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Oh, wow. I have to just convey my deep appreciation to have all of you here, at this beautiful facility. I just want you to take a minute and just notice the logos on the wall here. And I have this incredible honor, really, to speak on behalf of all of the leaders of all of these organizations, their frontline staff, that all come together to provide the services that we do here at the Honorable William G. Davis Center for Families. People may not realize this, but the impetus to have this space in this building was the Safe Center. And it was a dream of a group of people who came together to say that we have to do something differently in our community. That was over 10 years ago now. And having this space together, this place where we could come together to convene, but more importantly, to come together and live together. The elders and knowledge keepers say we are one people. And we are one people, but I think when we're divided up in our locations, in our cultures, in our places, we forget that. And so here we have this opportunity to come together. The board and executive director at the time, it was like it couldn't be done. What are you doing? There were naysayers, but they went ahead and did it anyways. And here we are, all these years later, with new partners, expansion, renovation to make more room wherever we can make it. And I think back, to a conversation, Lisa and I were reminiscing earlier today. Remember that time in August 2020, we sat down with Nick, Deputy Chief, Nick over there, and, can we move in? It was like, okay, can they move in? What do? We go to our partners. Because we're a collaboration. We decide together what we're going to do. And the partners were like, yeah, let's give this a chance. We live together. We change one another. We innovate. We dream. We see what's possible next. And here we are today at this formal launch of our Safe Center response team. The place is important. And I think one of the things that we're also really mindful of is that 50% of the people who come to us here at the Safe Center Peel live in Mississauga. And we need to have a space and a place in Mississauga. That's part of our next dream. And having this Safe Center response team working out of Division 12 in Mississauga is our first little step and foray into making sure that we continue to expand who we are, what we do. We need spaces to convene and be with one another. I mean, certainly we've learned how to do a lot of stuff virtually, but at the end of the day, how do we do this? So I think for me, this is such an exciting day because it's the launch of a new program, innovative, never been done before. Well, that's what we always do. It's never been done before, let's do it. Let's try. We're gonna learn a ton from one another. We're going to just really continue to, be together in a project that's about serving our community differently than we ever have before. I just cannot thank the Chief enough and your team for asking us if you could come and move in with us. I just have loved working with your team and all of your officers. I feel like I'm a better leader and a better person for the engagement of that. I really want to thank the Government of Ontario. I want to thank the Ministry of the Solicitor General, who gave us some, what I fondly refer to as some gas in the car, you know, so that we could try something innovative and new. I know that we're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot through this pilot. You know, we're going to be learning, oh, the hydro's gone. The things that you and your landlord that you pay attention to, you know. It's not like, whose problem is this? It's like, oh, this is my problem. Rob, do something about this. So I also just want to, I want to really thank, you know, Minister Williams for being here as well. She's our champion, our local hero in the work that we're doing. Really appreciate all of your support. And I have to acknowledge the Region of Peel, Police Services Board, Chair, Mayor Crombie for being here. All the ways that the region will say, you want to do what? And most of all, I really want to thank all my community partners who are here. You know, as a lead of a collaboration, you put your confidence in us. You always support the work we do. And you're always saying yes, you know, and without you and your saying yes, what we're going to do here, what we're launching here wouldn't even be possible. I had a moment when I was sitting in the chair and I was looking at these fine frontline folks, you know, and I'm just getting to know the Peel Regional Police officers. Nice to meet you. And our new staff, you know, Riley and Anessa. These are our future leaders. I sat there and thought, these are our future leaders. These are young people who are stepping up to try something that's never been done before. So please know that we stand with you and have confidence in you, and you're going to teach us. So please, you know, let us know what you need. We're doing things differently in terms of being able to work with men differently. We recognize that as we're engaging women, we have a lot of services in place for women, but we need to relate and provide services to men in ways that we have not done before. And there are other community partners that are already coming together and saying, okay, what can we do? Where's the low-hanging fruit? What do we already have the resources to do? So, you know, it takes a village, and we all come together to do something that really is quite tremendous. So thank you so very much for joining us today in this celebration. I probably talked longer than I should have, but oh well, that's what happens when you always go off script. Lisa said, are you going to even look at those notes? Probably not. Anyways, thank you so much, and I can just invite Minister Williams to join us.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everyone. And I'm so pleased to join so many distinguished community leaders and citizens from the great region of Peel today to talk about making our community safer and stronger. I am honored to represent my cabinet colleague, the Solicitor General, this morning in bringing details of an important new initiative that we hope will reduce the scale of domestic violence in our community. The Government of Ontario has zero tolerance for violence against women and girls. Zero tolerance. We dedicate close to $200 million each year to prevent this kind of violence and supporting victims and their families and holding offenders accountable. As a lifelong resident of Brampton, the safety of our community is a top priority. As one of my top priorities, let me just reframe that. I have 5 children living in this city, and our community must be safer for them and every other child and adult who calls the Peel region home. Today's announcements focuses on intervening early to prevent verbal domestic violence from escalating to physical violence later. De-escalation techniques are important tools in preventing physical violence. As Ontario's Associate Minister of Women's Social and Economic Opportunities, I know full well that there is a sad but definite progression in most domestic violent cases from verbal abuse to more life-threatening physical stages. We want to break this cycle and intervene early to help prevent all forms of domestic violence. Safe Center of Peel and the Peel Regional Police Services have collaborated to achieve this goal in our community through the creation of a pilot program called the Safe Center Response Team. The Safe Center Response Team will be equipped with the training tools to intervene early and reduce the likelihood of a more serious occurrence in the future. I want to congratulate the Safe Center of Peel and the Peel Regional Police Service on the collaboration that has made this pilot program possible. This innovative program will be staffed by Peel Regional Police and social service workers hired through the Catholic Family Services of Peel Dufferin. This program is supported by the Community Safety and Policing Grant Program, which is an important tool in helping police and their community partners keep our communities safe. It provides police services with greater flexibility to partner with community agencies to achieve priority goals and increase overall public safety. Under this great program, our government is investing more than $267 million over the next 3 years to support 147 community safety and policing projects across Ontario. Peel Police Services Board has been allocated more than $21.4 million of this amount to achieve service delivery. And public safety goals identified in the Regional Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. While there is work to be done to improve community safety, I think we can agree that we are fortunate to live in such a great place. The region of Peel is a strong, prosperous, and caring, compassionate home to more than 1.4 million Ontarians. And working together, we can preserve the quality of life we enjoy here while taking action on the priority issues we have identified as a community. Domestic violence hurts and diminishes all of us. The earlier we can intervene and prevent physical violence, the stronger our communities and families will be. It is an honor to be here to make this announcement today, and I look forward to seeing continued growth and prosperity in the region of Peel through this program. And I would like to now ask my colleague and welcome the parliamentary assistant to Solgen to Brampton and the region of Peel to come say some words. Thank you.
Well, good morning. It's always a pleasure to travel around the province on behalf of the Solicitor General to see the amazing people that help make our communities safe every day. We always say when people run away from danger, you run towards it. So I thank all of you for your service today. You know, I want to thank Minister Williams for your kind introduction, and I want to thank you for all the hard work that you've done in this community and in our government. It's been a pleasure to be your colleague, and I look for a continuing collaboration between the two ministries moving forward. As Parliamentary Assistant to the Solicitor General, you know, it's been an honor. For about 3.5 years I've been able to hold this role, and it was something that I had actually asked the Premier if I could take part in. Community safety is very important to not just my community, but to all of us. And when we talk about domestic violence, it's something that, you know, touches us all. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you live, it's something we all have to recognize and note that we need to call it complete. We need it to end. And anything we can do as a government, that's where we need to go. You know, but today we are coming together to make a difference. Our government, our police, our community organizations, we're making a powerful statement, joining together right here in this room, that we stand with our survivors. The new Safe Center Response Team pilot will draw on the expertise provided by Peel Regional Police, the Safe Center of Peel, and Catholic Family Services to provide the very best supports to survivors of intimate partner violence. The launch of this pilot demonstrates that through partnership, we can all make a difference. And our government continues to take action to protect victims and support survivors of intimate partner violence. And as Minister Williams indicated, our Ontario government is investing over $267 million across 90 communities through the Community Safety and Policing Grant. And by working with our provincial government, the Peel Regional Police Services Board secured $21.4 million for local priorities through this program. Part of this funding is being used to launch the Safe Centre Response Team pilot project that we're announcing today. It's clear, our government is acting, our partnerships are working, and our time is now. And it doesn't end there. This past April, as Parliamentary Assistant to the Solicitor General, I was joined in announcing our provincial investment of $5.9 million across 37 communities through the Victim Support Grant. Our funding is supporting victims and survivors of intimate partner violence and human trafficking. And this includes our investment of $200,000 in Project 24/7, which is enabling the Safe Centre of Peel Region to hire 2 additional crisis counselors to provide 24-hour support coverage. And I think that's what, Sharon, you were talking about earlier. It's great to be able to work together again with Safe Centre of Peel, this time on the SCRT initiative. Government loves acronyms. The Solicitor General and I are extremely passionate about supporting additional crisis response services. In fact, Solicitor General Kersner was here in October at the Bill Davis Centre for families at a time to join the Peel Police and the CMHA Dufferin Peel to announce another pilot incorporating crisis workers as part of the mobile crisis teams to address 911 calls where public safety is not at risk. That pilot is moving forward, again, in partnership with our community organizations. In that case, it was Roots Community Service and Punjabi Community Health Service. I'm guessing their right names are probably right behind me. Right there. There you go. Based on this past success, I'm excited by the promise that the Safe Centre Response Team program has to offer. Together with Peel Regional Service, Safe Centre of Peel, and the Catholic Family Services have identified how to help improve police response to intimate partner disputes, creating teams made up of a police officer and a social service worker that is able to facilitate an early intervention of support response. And something that I find near and dear to my heart, and as a private member, we are allowed to bring forward private members' businesses. So that's something that an MPP can do individually, those who are not government cabinet ministers. And one thing that I'm going to advocate for is to go even further to protect victims. So over the last year and a half, under Sylvia Jones at first and now under Minister Kersner, I know, and we've had these discussions, that we know that domestic violence can happen to anyone. And its impact takes a toll on our society as a whole. And as I said, over the past year and a half, I've been working on a private member's bill called Clare's Law, which gives people at risk of domestic violence a way to get information about their partners so they can make informed choices about their safety. Now, Clare's Law is named after a young woman killed by an ex-boyfriend with a history of violence against women and has become law in 3 other provinces. And it's aimed at preventing violence before it starts. So I felt this was the right location to talk about my private member's bill coming forward. So I will appreciate your support when that comes forward. I'm still crossing the T's and dotting the I's, but my ballot item comes up in September, so I plan on tabling this once we complete all the legislation in February. Now, our government continues taking action to protect victims and support survivors of intimate partner violence. With the leadership of people like Minister Williams and Sharon and everybody in this room, we can make a difference. And with all our partners that we gather together, not just here, but all across our province, and all across Canada, we're all in this together. I want to look forward to seeing positive results, and I look forward to seeing the impact of our local Safe Centre response teams and continue with increased partnership with all. I want to thank you for inviting me today. Congratulations to all of you, and best wishes on a successful pilot project.
Thank you very much. I'd like to invite Her Worship Mayor Bonnie Crombie, City of Mississauga, up to the podium.
Well, good morning. I think you'll agree with me that Sharon Mayne-Devine is just divine, right? This woman is pure sunshine, just lights up every room when she speaks. I can't help but be enthusiastic about her plan, and I hope we're here today to make your dream a reality, Sharon. So very happy to be with you all here today as we mark the announcement of a very first of its kind program in policing that's being piloted in Mississauga over at 12 Division. Recognize a few of my colleagues as they've already spoken and been announced. Of course, our local minister for women's issues, our MPP from Brampton, Charmaine Williams, parliamentary assistant to Solgen, who just spoke, Christine Hogarth, my board chair, my police board chair, Ron Chatha, delighted to be with you, and of course our police chief, who we all love and adore, Chief Nish Duraiappah, and of course, the incredible, invincible Sharon Mayne-Devine. Thank you so much, Sharon. And Shelina, to you as well, Director of Strategic Partnerships here at Catholic Family Services in Peel Dufferin. Now, this is another one of your dreams, right? Having a politician without a voice. So I'll make my remarks brief. I've been suffering with a bit of laryngitis, folks, so I apologize. But the Safe Center response team announced today is really going to be a game changer in supporting women in Mississauga who are at risk of intimate partner violence. In the vast majority of cases, these victims are women in our community, and they're our colleagues, they're our friends, and sometimes they're our family members. And I want to commend Peel Regional Police for their commitment to changing the frontline policing to better respond to the needs of the community. And Safe Center Appeal and Catholic Family Services Appeal, let's thank them for stepping up to the plate and working collaboratively to find an innovative way to address one of the most challenging social issues that faces far too many women and individuals, well, not only in my city, but in the region of Peel, and frankly, right across the province and across the country, sadly. I also want to thank my provincial colleagues for their support of this initiative, as this funding is going to go a long way to improving the lives of victims and addressing violence, intimate partner violence, in our community. We know that intimate partner violence is among the most common type of call that our police services receives. We also know that early intervention can help de-escalate these types of situations before they become violent by partnering with community groups that are experts in this field and who are able to provide the support needed to residents to help break that cycle of abuse before it becomes violent. So my hope is that this program's success over the next few months will demonstrate the viability of this model so that it can be expanded not only in Mississauga and in Peel region, but to other police services as well, provincially and nationally. So thank you again for allowing me to be here to share in this excitement. I'm happy to join you, and now I'll pass things back to Shelina. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all our guests, our partners, and our staff for being here with us as we celebrate this milestone event. We are just thrilled to be here with you today. We also want to extend our deep appreciation for all of your support as we continue to work together and to be innovative. We need to be creative, and we need to break the silos, reduce the duplication, and work together to support our community. We would like to invite our media partners to certainly approach any of our speakers today after the event if you have any further questions. With that, I'm going to end our event for today. Thank you again for attending, and it's so great to have all of you here. Please drive safely. I'm sure things are starting to melt a bit out there. Thanks very much.